G'day everyone. Back in February, while I was moving house in the middle of one of the hottest days in summer, my E34 dropped all its coolant and it nearly overheated. I made it home just in time, and I got it towed, no harm done, and then figured out what went wrong. It turns out the culprit was my auxiliary water pump, or to be exact, one of the plastic fittings that the geniuses at BMW thought would be a good idea. Here's a pretty crappy view of it steaming right after it overheated. You can see the steam rising up from the heated valves and the auxiliary water pump here on the right. And here's a much better picture of the broken fitting. Anyway, I needed a really quick fix because I was in the middle of moving, and so my mechanic showed me how to bypass the heater valve and the auxiliary water pump completely so they wouldn't leak. Now I didn't film this, but I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so what you can see here is what I've been relying on for over 3 months. This empty space here on the right is where the heater valve and the auxiliary water pump used to sit, and they sit on top of these 3 rubber mounts. Now if you look here, the input and the output pipes to the heater valve were taken off and then connected together using this brass fitting here. To stop the other pipe leaking, we jammed a piece of broomstick in it. It was a pretty good quality broomstick. So today, after a couple of months of procrastinating, I'm going to show you how to replace your heater valve, auxiliary water pump, and the 3 rubber mounts that they sit on an E34. Let's go check out what tools we need. Okay, so replacing the heater valves on an E34 is pretty simple. The only somewhat special tool you'll need is a T20 Torx screwdriver. Besides that, all you need is a screwdriver, a 13mm spanner, and a 15mm spanner. Let's get to it. This is the old heater valve and water pump, and they're joined together with a bracket and that hose. We're replacing them with these sexy wonders of plastic. I'll put the part numbers in the description if you're lazy. The first thing we've got to do is pull the old one apart and attach a new pump to the new heater valves. Use the Torx screwdriver and undo the C-clamp that holds the two together, and then remove it. Next, undo the hose clamps, and then pull off the hose connecting the valve to the pump. And the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Just use the clamp to hold the new pump to the new heater valve, and then reinstall the hose. Oh, and make sure you forget to put the hose clamp on. That's always fun. With the new unit put together, it's time to go replace the rubber mounts that are in the car. Use the spanner to remove them from the steel bracket. These mounts prevent vibrations passing through into the cabin. Tighten them down gently. I had to get mine shipped in from America, but I'm sure you could probably just jerry-rig something up with a zip tie to achieve the same purpose if you don't want to spend the money. Here I'm removing my trusty broomstick from its pipe after 3 months of long service. It popped straight out with a bit of prying with the screwdriver, and I'm impressed with how long it lasted. And now it's time to insert the new valve and pump onto the bracket. It should pop right into place. Now all we have to do is put the hoses back to their fittings. You'll find that the hoses will line up nicely where they're meant to sit, so don't be too worried about getting them confused. Reinstall the nuts which hold the heater valve in position, and tighten them down with a 13mm spanner. Plug all the connectors back in, and then that's it. That's the heater valve and auxiliary water pump reinstalled. Start up your car, turn the heating on, and make sure that nothing's leaking. And make sure hot air works, of course, too. If that's all good, then you're finished. And that's it. That's how to change the heater tap and auxiliary water pump on a BMW E34. Have fun, hope this helped, and thanks for watching.